Just in, Princess Leonor's shocking statement about King Felipe and Queen Letizia. The royal family of Spain has always represented unity, elegance, and stability. At official events, the world expects carefully measured words, graceful gestures, and an image of perfection maintained at all costs. But then, Princess Leonor broke the silence. With one unexpected statement, she changed the atmosphere, leaving Spain and the entire world stunned. And here's what most people don't realize: her words weren't just about her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia. They carried a weight far beyond family, echoing into the very heart of the Spanish monarchy itself. Imagine the scene. A routine public appearance, attended by dignitaries, journalists, and royal watchers. The setting felt familiar: the banners of Spain waving, the cameras poised, the speeches carefully scripted. Everyone expected Leonor to perform her role with poise and predictability. Instead, she leaned forward into the microphone and delivered words that instantly shattered expectation. Words that seemed too honest, too raw, too personal for the royal stage. What did she say? And why did it resonate so powerfully? To understand, we must first step into the unique position Leonor occupies. As the heir to the Spanish throne, every word she speaks carries double meaning. One is a daughter within her family, and another is the future sovereign of her nation. The tension between those roles is a delicate balance. Yet in this moment, she seemed to let the weight of her daughterly heart speak louder than the polished voice of monarchy. Her statement referenced her parents directly. King Felipe, a monarch admired for his steadiness, and Queen Letizia, a consort often scrutinized for her modern instincts, suddenly found themselves not as symbols of state, but as mother and father, through the eyes of their daughter. Leonor spoke of their challenges, their sacrifices, their humanity in a way few royals have ever dared. The effect was electrifying. Some in the audience were moved to tears. Others shifted uncomfortably, unsure if she had gone too far. The cameras captured every flicker of reaction, every raised eyebrow, every sigh of astonishment. But why was this so shocking? After all, hasn't royalty always been about family? The truth lies in the culture of silence that usually governs royal life. Within palaces, emotions are guarded, disagreements hidden, truths veiled. For Leonor to pierce that veil, even slightly, was to rewrite the script. And yet, her words carried a strange beauty. She did not accuse. She did not rebel. Instead, she expressed gratitude, vulnerability, and an honesty that seemed to humanize not just herself, but the monarchy as a whole. Still, questions erupted. Was this moment spontaneous, or was it carefully planned? Was it a slip of the heart, or a deliberate attempt to craft a new image for the crown? Consider Queen Letizia's reaction. Known for her precision and composure, she smiled tightly, but her eyes revealed more: a flicker of pride mixed with unease, as though she knew her daughter had crossed an invisible line, yet could not deny the authenticity of her words. And King Felipe, ever the embodiment of discipline, he maintained his posture. But those closest to him noticed the way his hand tightened briefly around the edge of the table, as though steadying himself against a wave of emotion. Did he see in his daughter's words a challenge, or a legacy he could be proud of? As the statement spread beyond the walls of that room, the world erupted in debate. In Spain, the press dissected every syllable, every gesture, asking, is this the voice of a rebellious daughter, or the awakening of a future queen ready to lead differently? In Denmark, whispers arose: how might Prince Christian, so often connected to Leonor, view her courage? In the United Kingdom, parallels were drawn to Princess Diana, whose own candid words once shook the monarchy. And in America, commentators praised her for being refreshingly human in a world too often choreographed. But here's where the story deepens. Leonor's shocking statement wasn't just about her parents, it was about herself. In praising their sacrifices, she also unveiled her own struggle: the weight of expectation, the constant scrutiny, the impossible task of being both ordinary and extraordinary at once. Her honesty gave the world a glimpse of what it truly means to be heir, not as a title, but as a burden carried daily. And with that revelation came more questions. Will Leonor continue to speak so boldly? Will the palace allow her freedom of voice, or will they seek to silence her honesty in the name of tradition? And most importantly, does Spain want a queen who obeys tradition, or one who dares to redefine it? The ripple effects of her words are still unfolding. Across Spain, young people resonate with her honesty, seeing in her the reflection of their own struggles with family, identity, and expectation. Older generations are divided, some fearing she is too bold, others admiring her bravery. And within the palace, that is where the true drama lies. Tension between the roles of king, queen, and heir cannot be ignored. Leonor's statement, though wrapped in love, has opened doors to conversations long kept shut. As the day faded, Leonor appeared calm, even serene. She greeted well-wishers, posed for photographs, and carried herself with the same dignity expected of her. But behind that serenity, one cannot help but wonder, does she realize the magnitude of what she has unleashed? Perhaps this is the beginning of a new chapter. Perhaps Spain has just witnessed the first glimpse of a queen who will rule not by silence and tradition, but by authenticity and courage. And that is the true shock of her statement. It was not scandalous. It was not reckless. It was real. And in a world starved for truth, reality can be the most revolutionary act of all. When historians look back on this day, they may not remember the exact words she spoke, but they will remember the silence she broke. They will remember the way Spain gasped, the way the world leaned closer, and the way a princess showed the first signs of becoming a queen. This is not just a statement about King Felipe and Queen Letizia. It is a declaration about Leonor herself, about the monarchy she may one day lead, and about the kind of queen she dares to become. And for Spain, for Europe, for the world, this is only the beginning.